While most of the U.S. was watching Portland Hearts of Pine get beaten by Vermont Green in a League One versus League Two matchup, I'm here in Asheville, North Carolina for another League One, League Two matchup as Asheville City SC takes on the Greenville Triumph. Last year we saw the same exact matchup in the U.S. Open Cup, and it ended up being the Triumph who walk away 4-3 on penalties after 0-0 in regular time and in extra time. Since then, Asheville City has only lost one match, and it came in the playoffs. In the regular season, they only conceded 3 goals for the entire League Two campaign. Meanwhile, Greenville Triumph miss out on the playoffs for the first time in club history. These two teams meet once again here in the U.S. Open Cup. Will we see Asheville get revenge, or is this the time for the Triumph to finally get it right? Let's find out. There are only 59 miles that separate Asheville City Soccer Club and Greenville Triumph Soccer Club, but there's a special back road that extends the trip to 76 miles. If you go from Eugene Stone Stadium, go through Travelers Rest, you can turn on the Greenville Highway. Once you hit a little town in the land of waterfalls, you can take a right on the Asheville Highway. The connection between the two cities and clubs is absolutely undeniable. The Western Carolinas have been a hub for soccer in the United States for a while now, but it's seemingly gone under the radar. For many soccer fans in the U.S., the first experience they've had with soccer in the Carolinas have come in MLS with Charlotte FC, or when some guy named Ronaldinho took on a minority stake in the Greenville Triumph. Outside of that, it's been a complete blank spot for many fans. So let's fix that, and let's learn a little bit about Asheville City SC. Asheville City SC was established in 2016. They played their first match in 2017. In that time, Asheville has created one of the most passionate fan bases you'll find in the Southeast. They've had a rivalry with Chattanooga FC called the Blue Ridge Derby. They had the Carolina Classico with Greenville FC, not SC, and famously had the Smoky Mountain Series with One Knox that saw a trophy that was simply a hoisted work boot. That happened in USL League 2. Despite the passionate fan base, Asheville City SC has never won a U.S. Open Cup match, the closest coming last year in 2025 versus the Greenville Triumph, where Asheville City fell 4-3 in penalties. Just like the Greenville Triumph, Asheville City is looking to build their own stadium alongside UNC Asheville. But unlike the Triumph, they're hitting some more roadblocks. Just outside the stadium of this very match of Asheville City versus Greenville Triumph, there were protesters protesting against the new stadium, saying that Asheville City and UNC Asheville will be destroying over 20,000 trees in the name of expanding the soccer footprint in the Carolinas. But with all that background, let's go ahead and get into what you're here for, which is this U.S. Open Cup match.
Round one of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup continues on this Wednesday evening. Asheville City playing host to Greenville Triumph, getting out the final nerves before this pro against amateur tie in the Open Cup's opening proper round. So helping to advance.
That was a very nerve-wracking game.
So now ball across. The opening goal is Asheville. Early Cupset alert inside a quarter hour. Evan Southern
don't see, given the quality of ball strikers that you have standing over it, their desire to come square and play through Deshane Beckford, especially because in favoring his right foot. This has to be direct at the goalkeeper. Last time conceded a lot of space on the near post. This is better positioning, though, from Perota.
Going for goal! What a goal! Greenville pull level in stunning fashion. Devin Boyce, a free kick stunner for the Triumph.
Now that we're at halftime, this match got to 1-1, and the first half was as exciting as it could be. And if you did not know, you would think that Asheville City were the upper division side. They were really taking it to Triumph. However, in the second half, you could tell the cold was starting to set in a little bit. And not just with the players, but with my camera equipment as well. So I wasn't able to get as much footage of the second half, and I had to switch over to my phone. So you're going to be able to tell that the camera quality changes just a little bit, and I apologize about that. But this match was a ton of fun, and the ending is just absolute cinema. So let's go ahead and watch it.
In behind Benassan Fall. Benassan Fall, the cross, knocked down, and in! Asheville pull ahead! The waiting minutes!
Any of you lads in green, just bury it.
And out of the hourglass. A glance at the watch from Kevin Broadley. The injured player for Asheville, best stand, does. Oops. Takes the ball away. In a goal, scores! Oh, the dagger! Benassan Fall! Right in full time! It's history for Asheville City!
And Asheville City, just the second team as an amateur out of 19 matches so far to pull off a cup set.
Greenville won.
Well, Devin, ironically enough, we named about 100 Grammy-nominated albums, but it was an Oscar-worthy performance from Benassan Fall that provides the final goal.
So, do you remember that town that I told you about that was on the corner of Greenville Highway and Asheville Highway? Well, it's called Brevard, North Carolina. And before people from Brevard tell me, hey man, it's actually called Broad Street and Main Street, I know. But to the outsider, it's at the corner of Greenville and Asheville. And I'm here at a open soccer field. And the reason being, this is what soccer is around here. How many places where you're watching right now can you go to that has open goals that you won't get kicked out of, that you don't have to pay for? It's just open for everybody. I'm seeing roughly about 14 open goals for anybody to come to, including me. I'm just here. And frankly, every time that I've been to Brevard, when it's not spring break like it is right now for the kids, this place is loaded with people just playing soccer. I go over to Brevard College and it's just nonstop soccer. And that's important to me because the thing that stuck with me from last night's match between the Greenville Triumph and Asheville City SC was when the second goal was scored by Asheville City, the eventual game winner. All those kids come flooding down the hill that says AVL City. And they go and hug a new hero and create a new core memory where they're just celebrating with an Asheville City player. It wasn't Lionel Messi. It wasn't Cristiano Ronaldo. It was just another semi-pro player. And for it to be 35 degrees outside and there were 1,000 people there, those kids just kicking the ball, rolling down the hill, it was just the epitome of being a kid. And that's the magic of the Open Cup, but that's also the magic of soccer. At least it can be. And that's what it means around here in the Carolinas. We, rightfully so, talk about what's happening in the Northeast, what's happening in Vermont, what's happening in Portland. We look at what happened in the South with Chattanooga, with Nashville, with Atlanta. But for some reason, here in Appalachia, in the Carolinas, it kind of got ignored. But it's impossible for me to ignore it anymore. What's happening here is magical. And it's not just the magic of the Open Cup. It is the magic of soccer. Those kids rolling down the hill, laughing, smiling, hugging a player who they've never seen before. They probably don't know his name. And yet, he's their hero. There's something magical. There's something special about that. And as a wider nation, we should support that. We should be excited for that. And if you're Greenville, you're not happy with last night's results, but you have a new stadium being built. You have a community that loves you. You have the Liberty. You have the Triumph. There's so much positive going on because in this part of the Carolinas, it's not just Charlotte. It's not just Charleston. It's Asheville. It's Greenville. It's the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's a soccer haven. It's a hub. And you need to start paying attention to it. Thank you so much for watching. See you the next one.